Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This is Messages and Music Tarot. So I decided to do a love reading today, y'all. I am going to resume the celebrity tarot readings, the allegedly celebrity readings, either Monday or Tuesday of next week. But I wanted to do a love reading. I'm going to cross promote this on my other channel. So I'm going to use only oracle cards today because I really do not want to be redundant. I do tarot on my other channel. So I want to use oracle cards today. Only oracle cards. This will be for those of you who are looking for love or are already in love. What does your love life look like in the month of September? We are going to start with singles, people who don't have any prospects, who are open to love, who could possibly be coming towards you. This is my own handwritten deck, and they are actually tarot cards handwritten by me. And so they will correspond or correlate to people's physical appearance, mentality, or your first impression. Okay, so when you meet this person, who is this person coming towards you? For my singles, who's coming towards my singles? You get the High Priestess, Cancer moon, Pisces moon energy. So the High Priestess, when it comes to physical appearance, this is divine feminine energy, mystery. It is also connected to the lymphatic system and the reproductive organs. All right, so this could be a woman. High Priestess is feminine energy. This actually talks about somebody who is very fresh and clean, especially in their, feminine parts. All right. So if you are single and you are meeting someone, this person takes very good care of themselves. They're clean, they're disease-free, they're all of that. This is a person who also could be still very fertile. So High Priestess can represent pregnancy. This could be a person that's still in those years where they could reproduce if they wanted to. Okay. Could be a Cancer or Pisces person, or they could have a Cancer or Pisces moon placement. Okay. They could have a very quiet, personality. They may show up really quiet, again, very mysterious, but you're gonna be curious about them. They can also be highly intuitive. Okay, whether man or woman. Wow, you got the Hierophant, and these two are counterparts. This is Taurus energy. So this person is wise, spiritual, marriage material, and you have a sense of belonging with them. So when it comes to their mentality, they believe in traditional relationships. This is an old school kind of person. They may even want to get married before having children. High Priestess is also a past life soulmate for some of you, and that is also a very spiritual card as well. You two could be like polar opposites but still work. High Priestess is more somebody that will be into tarot, esoteric knowledge, like unconventional spiritual practices, where the Hierophant is traditional. So it could be that this person is just very open-minded and they embrace both, or you two could be opposites. And since you're watching tarot, you might be more the High Priestess energy than them. So if you are the woman here, this could be a person that's just acknowledging you. Maybe you're going to smell really good when you meet them. Somebody could smell really good when you meet them. It could be also the pheromones for my women. That does attract men. So that could be popping in the month of September. Take good care of your yoni, okay? All the time. But you got the Six of Pentacles, Taurus moon energy. So when it comes to the body, this is hands, the heart, and a warm, inviting energy. Somebody who believes in being generous. Wow, could be a 6-year age difference between you two. They're stable. They're giving. They could very much be into doing work in the community with the Hierophant here. Six of Pentacles. So this person may have a presence in a spiritual community, or they could very well be a person who gives back, is into philanthropy, humanitarian work, spiritual work of some kind. All right, we got the Queen of Wands. So this person is 30 years of age or older. So there will be something that stands out about this person's looks. Their hair, their clothing, their jewelry, their face, their sex appeal. They're going to be fine, beautiful. They could also have a very nice smile. And they could take a very, very good care of themselves when it comes to the way they adorn themselves. Like maybe even a bit flashy, maybe. But well put together when it comes to their clothing, their jewelry. And I mean like immaculate, okay? Ain't a scuff on the shoe. The nails are perfect, everything. Aries, Mars energy. Who else is showing up here for my singles in the month of September? And this is for all signs, so we're not doing sign specific probably anymore on this channel, because I do that on my other channel. We have the Star. Wow, some of you could be attracting somebody in the limelight. The Queen of Wands and the Star are both maybe people who are professional athletes, actors, singers, something like that. So when it comes to this person's personality, their mindset, their role model, they're an inspiration to other people. We have spiritual, faith-based, maybe optimistic, and a bright light. And this also feels like the light at the end of the tunnel. For some of you, this is you meeting somebody that's renewing your faith in relationships and love after going through a breakup of some kind. Okay, it could be an Aquarius. That is Aquarius energy. All right, couple more. Someone's last name could be Owens or Parker. This person is an open book, and I'm seeing the green, which is the heart chakra, the fourth chakra. Maybe Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Libra person. So this person is not a liar. They feel like they are just basically wearing their heart on their sleeve. They don't feel like they have anything to hide. I like this person for you. So the Hierophant, again, is somebody that's coming in looking for a long-term relationship. Now, they don't rush, but they will be somebody who wants to get married. This is not a time waster. We have a past life soulmate. Told you the High Priestess is a past life soulmate. Could definitely be a Cancer or Pisces person. Or like I said, a Taurus or a Libra. They're very family oriented as well. This person could be very close to their mother or the women in their family. There's a very strong feminine energy on this person, even if it's a man. We have their outgoing, more green, heart chakra. This person is fun, free-spirited. Gold digger. Okay, now this is first impressions. So maybe when you meet this person, you might feel like they're very flashy. Like I said, you could feel like they're superficial, but they're not. They're not. They know who they are, and they don't apologize for it. Because that was one of my first impression cards, meaning that you assume this about them. It's a preconceived notion. It's not the truth. All right, so we have the Six of Cups. So this person, this is their mentality. They could be very cute. They could be very familiar to you. Maybe they remind you of, because of the past life soulmate thing, you know, past life soulmate says it here as well. Twin flame. For some of you, it is possible this is somebody you already know. Six of Cups can be familiarity. Somebody that you have history with. Okay, somebody from your youth. Maybe somebody that you lost contact with. An old high school sweetheart. An ex-boyfriend or girlfriend that you haven't talked to in a long time. But this can mean an ex is coming back. Doesn't have to be that though. It just could be somebody that makes you feel young again. Or somebody that they're cute. They feel familiar. It could be an ex for some of you that's still stuck on you. You're still stuck on them. Only somebody that you would want. Somebody that you have memories with. But twin flame energy is here as well. And then we have risk it all. So meaning that when you meet them, your first impression is going to make you want to just jump on them. Because the Queen of Wands is fine. Okay, you got the Queen of Wands here. But this person has it all. They got the looks. They got the heart. They also have the morals, the values. Their value system and your value system is the same. With the Hierophant here, that's being equally yoked with someone and feeling like you belong. And then the first impression is the way you carry yourself was impressive to them, but we're looking at how they will appear to you. So you're going to be impressed with them because I do feel like they're very well dressed. Okay. And then we have their courteous. They could hold the door for you or something like that. Do something that lets you know that this person is a person who thinks about other people, not just themselves. They could be foreign for some of you. We got self-doubt. And again, this is the way you're going to be viewing them. So maybe you feel like they're not making the first move when you see them. We got outspoken as well. That's interesting because why would they be doubting? Yellow is connected to the solar plexus. It could be a Leo or an Aries person. Very appealing, ladylike, hard to get and spoken for. So you may just assume that this person is off the market, but they're not. They have juicy, kissable lips. A good conversation when you talk to them. And then we got the Death card here when it comes to mentality. This means this person is no nonsense. They've been through a lot. They are strong and they are a survivor. Okay. Well, we do have the Eight of Swords here. It says soft-spoken, shy, blue or green eyes, fair to olive complexion or muscular, solid build. Or they could also be skinny, slim, and tall. All right, I'm going to put these away and we're going to move on. This next portion will be for everyone. I'm going to break these up so they will be time-stamped. So y'all won't have to worry about that. I'm going to time-stamp everything. But this next portion is for my singles and those of you who are connected, interested in someone, dealing with someone, don't know where you stand. Everything is perfect. It doesn't matter what the situation is. We're really going to be looking at anything that could be blocking you in love or you and your person. So if you're single, it's you in love. If you're with someone or have somebody in mind, any blockages that could be going on between the two of you. We also want to look at what lies beneath, but we're going to start with love blockages, okay? All right, y'all. So what could be blocking you in love? I just saw the name L or Al. A-L or E-L could be significant. Antoine, it could be somebody's name. Antoine, Antonia. Okay. What could be blocking? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't timestamp. I'm going to put it on 1010. Any blockages for the collective that's here, whether single or connected in love. What love blockages are showing up for you? We have sign of the times. So that card is all about, it's all about the zeitgeist. Okay. You know, the zeitgeist is the sign of the times. So we're basically in a weird time when it comes to dating. For those of you who are single, even if you are connected, this card could mean that you're dating people that have a real jaded or jilted, belief system or view on love. Okay. So if you're single, this could look like meeting people that, you always say that podcast mentality, sitting around. The men nowadays, they want to be women. They want to be debutantes. They want you to treat them like they're on the pedestal, and they don't understand that's not how the feminine principle works. You give to the woman, she gives back to you. You don't come and say, what do we bring to the table? We don't bring nothing to the table. I'm with Shira on that. I don't bring nothing to the table. What you gonna bring to me? Give me the table. Ain't no table yet. Give me the table. So this could just look like dating and being like, man, this climate sucks. Like they say, it's pee in the dating pool. That's what that means. Okay. So that's what it is for some of you, whether you're connected or not. You may be finding that your person is listening to like bad advice, got friends that tell them all the wrong stuff, or even, you know, family members or whatever. It's just like, it's just that time. You know, we're not in a really good time when it comes to dating. We're just not. To find love in this climate is a miracle. We have hard-headed and doesn't listen. So I don't know if this is you or somebody you're connected to, but there's a stubbornness here. There's somebody that sees things my way or the highway, you know, all or nothing. A person who has a very linear view of stuff and, you know, doesn't have that wiggle room that you need for partnership. And for some of you, it's because of the sign of the times. Nobody wants to be partners. Everybody just wants to be right, you know. What else? Negative self-beliefs. This could be within you or your partner. So just take it how it resonates. If you're single, obviously these messages may resonate for you. But it could also be that these are the kind of people you're meeting. So just take it however it resonates and don't take it if it doesn't. Negative self-beliefs could be that you don't believe that love exists anymore. Could be that you believe all men cheat, all women cheat, all the women want you for your money, all the men want you for your body. Like any type of beliefs like that, or just feeling unlovable within yourself, feeling like you're not attractive enough, feeling like you don't have what it takes, your money is not good enough, you don't have access to the right kind of people. You always do. We got social media, y'all. And I always tell y'all, like when I was briefly on what is it called, Instagram, I got off of there because even the celebrities, they will jump in when you post pictures of yourself and stuff and they think you cute and got a little bit of a curve here and there, they're gonna jump in the DMs. Yes, they will. We got hiding sexuality, desires, preferences, or proclivities. So for some of you, this may be what it is. Now this could also be you attract these kind of people who are not honest about their sex lives, about who they're attracted to, their sexual orientation, their sexual preferences, or that could be you. Interestingly enough, I was just hearing, I saw something online that Salt and Pepper, she was married to her husband for like 30 years. And I think he left her to be with a man. All that time he was suppressing his desire. And that's so sad. Live your truth, right? But don't waste somebody's life. 30 years. So now this lady in her 50s trying to date again, or maybe she's not, but that's so unfair. People need to live their truth. So if this is you, that's a message to you to just be who you are. In this day and age, most people are going to accept you, you know. But you could also be attracting down low men. I don't usually make this about women because I don't know too many women that hide their sexuality from men, because men usually like when a woman goes both ways. But who knows? We have meeting weirdos. Yeah, because it's the sign of the times. Yeah. What's hard-headed and doesn't listen? Ooh. Too trusting. So this could be a failure to learn lessons. Like when you meet people, you keep meeting the same person in different bodies and you're just like, where are the good guys at? So that might mean that you need to start broadening your horizons, start dating differently than you normally would. Elevate your dating standards. Negative self-beliefs. Let me tell you something. I don't care what your circumstance is. I don't care if people tell you don't fit the beauty standard. the financial standard, because you got all these men wanting to humble women online, and women do it to men as well. No matter what side you're on, when people are trying to tell you that you can't have people because, oh, you got kids, y'all. I got 4 daughters, and let me tell you, I got to fight men off with a stick. I don't know what people are talking about. That's not my experience. Now, I don't want these men, but I'm just saying that it's not my experience. It never has been. Before I had kids, when I had 1, when I had 2, when I had 3, when I had 4, it's never been my experience. But I don't have negative self-beliefs about love. So we have intolerance. It says it may be warranted, though. So for some of you, this might be that, you have gotten yourself to a place where you're like, I'm so comfortable. I'm not willing to be hurt again, lied to again, cheated on again, disrespected, whatever it is. And so you might have very high standards. But like I said, just make them... Don't lower your standards, but make sure you are being reasonable with your standards, okay? I don't think you should limit yourself to, if you want a millionaire, you can have a millionaire. You can. If you want somebody who is a celebrity, you can have a celebrity. If you want somebody that's nowhere near that world, you could choose that as well. It could just be a business person. But intolerance may be that you are very much guarded and that you feel like, I ain't even going to take the first little sign of disrespect. I'm out. Now that's not a bad thing, but just manage that. Manage your expectations with people. Nobody's perfect. Remember that you aren't either. And that could be what it is. Or like I said, it could be people showing up this way that you're dating. You meet people and then they insult you because they're like, oh, I didn't know you had a child. I don't want to be with a woman that has a child, because they're listening to Kevin Samuels, even though he dead and gone. But that rhetoric from those kind of people, the fresh and fit and all these goofy guys that seem to me like girls never like them and they're bitter. So they're incels, weirdos, incels. Those type of guys are weird to me. Anyway, let me see. Higher sexual preferences and desires. We have chasing and in hot pursuit. Got a lot of green here, and that is the heart chakra. Some of you could be chasers, especially if you're a woman and you're a chaser, because this is the moon. Green is the moon. Like I said, it's the 4th chakra, the heart. So for some of you, you may energetically chase. All right, so we have people assume you're out of their league, or you might actually be, it says, or you are. So like I said, maybe you are in a space where you're like, I'm good. Even though I'm open to love, I'm not willing to take not like one little indiscretion or one little problem. Not even a red flag. Like you see yellow flags and you're like, I'm out. Some of you have a type, what did I say? You may have to broaden your horizons. And then we have wanting someone new, but feeling trapped in a loveless connection with someone else. Okay. Somebody here also could lack accountability, and that could be playing into this hard-headed, doesn't listen energy. Maybe not ever wanting to look at your own shortcomings, or like I said, this could be people you're dating. Somebody has daddy issues. The last one is the loss of your one true love is still heavy on your heart. So that's what it is for some of you. That could be causing emotional instability. Oh, look what I split the deck on. Lack of diversity. Be open to differences. Yeah, so maybe dating people from different cultures, different religions, different whatever. And that did show up in the, for my singles. Remember, I said the Hierophant and the High Priestess are counterparts, but they're polar opposites. One is more spiritual, one is more religious, but they work well together because they respect each other's differences, okay? So, like I said, it could be religious, cultural, or just traditional beliefs or whatever. All right, let's move these cards and let's move on to the next deck, which is going to be What Lies Beneath, okay? Okay, so what lies beneath could be, like I said, for anybody. It does not have to be that you're in a connection, but most likely if you are, this will be explaining what could be going on between you and your person. But if you just want to know for yourself, again, like what could be blocking you, or maybe what your deep desires are that maybe you haven't even unearthed yet, you can listen to this as well. So what lies beneath between you and the person on your mind? And it's going to be more from their perspective, but it also depends on what the card says, because some of these are going to be from your perspective, maybe spirit, or from the other person if you're connected. What lies beneath? We have respect and honor the vows you've made to one another. So this is for those of you who are married or in a high level of commitment. This is about you two both honoring what you've promised each other, staying faithful, being considerate of the other person and how your choices can affect them. Okay, now this may be that somebody's not living up to this, or if everything is going well, this is spirit just saying that you two have made a promise to each other, and maybe it's, you're both honoring your word. What else? got a couple here. It says, take care of yourself. Even if you are in a relationship, be sure you aren't outsourcing your happiness. And so that is like addressing codependency and learning to be interdependent and independent in a relationship. Understanding that it's not your partner's responsibility to heal you, make you a whole person. That's not what their role is in your life. They're there to complement what you already are. All right. So we have effort matches interest. Remember that. So this could be whether you're single or not. This is paying attention to where people's words and actions align, because people can make promises, but do they live up to them? So, there's a saying that, someone's, the amount of effort that they put into the relationship with you matches their interest. So if somebody's not showing up, that's a message. Now, I don't believe in limiting beliefs, and I don't believe in categorizing everyone. And I know that there's a lot of nuance to that, because I see a lot of relationship gurus and coaches telling people he's just not that into you. They're not always right. Ask yourself, have you ever been really, really interested in someone and you wanted to chase them, but you told yourself, I'm not going to do it because of fear of being rejected, fear of looking too thirsty? Ask yourself that. How many times have you wanted to pick up the phone and call them, but you were like, no, they need to call me first? Men do the same thing, because I notice a lot of times this is said to women. It's almost like to make women feel less than, like, oh, if a man's not choosing you, then he's not that into you, like something is wrong with you. That's not always true, y'all. That's not always true. I was thinking about this earlier. Somebody I dealt with when I was younger, he told me he had watched me for like 2 years. I'm like, what? 2 years? I didn't even know you existed. How the hell did you see me? He said, used to sit on your patio and read books. And I did. But I was into my book. I was not paying attention to, what was going on around me. I was on a second floor patio, balcony, whatever you call it. And he was like, yeah. I was like, how the hell did you even see me? Because it was nothing but like trees. I'm like, what? How did you know? So you never know who's watching you, who's interested in you, but it may take them time to get up the effort to say something. But this could also be like not making excuses for people if they're not showing up, especially if they've done it for other people. They know how to do it. All right. We have they are jealous that you've moved on. So for some of you, that is what lies beneath, maybe between you and another person. You moved on and they're jealous about it. We ain't even going to talk about that. I want to give you a good life. You deserve the best of the best. I love that. You can have an earth sign person, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn in your life. Somebody very generous, or this could be the person coming towards you, like I said, for my singles. All right, so we have your ex or a past person still has a hold on you. Release them from your energy. And that could even be for those of you who have lost someone, and it could be that they passed away or something. That doesn't mean let them go, the memories of them. But if you are in a holding pattern and you're ready for love, you may have to do like a little bit of a release of an ex. That could be energetically, emotionally, and obviously if you do have a spiritual connection with somebody that's passed on, that's a little bit more difficult, but find a way to honor them without being stuck. Okay, let's get 6 more. What's respect and honor the vows that you made to one another? It says trust your feelings about the person in your mind, on your mind. What you're thinking is accurate. Okay. I also want to say, for some of you, if you're facing temptation, if you have a choice between two people, or maybe this is your person, somebody really needs to think about what they could lose in favor of what they think they want. Because sometimes things look good to you because you don't know all of what it is. Like they say, the grass looks greener over there until you get over there and realize it's weeds. Because weeds are nice and green too sometimes. All right, what's going on with take care of yourself, even if you are in a relationship? Be sure you aren't outsourcing your happiness. It says, you have taught me a major lesson about love and loss. I am a much better person since meeting you. For some of you, there is this feeling of like losing somebody you really cared about. It could even be being in separation from somebody that you want to be back with. You could have taught them a major lesson, or they could have taught you a major lesson. If they're really healthy for you, a lot of times you both teach each other lessons, for better or worse, So for some of you, the lesson here was losing somebody and realizing that you could not give your happiness over to someone else, that you had to be responsible for your own happiness. Effort matches interest. It says marrying for status and clout is backfiring on someone. You take that if it resonates. They're jealous that you've moved on. We have what you want and what you need are two different things. So somebody is trying to tell you that you need them, even though you may want somebody else. Okay, moving on. I want to give you a good life. You deserve the best of the best. It says never allow someone to tell you they don't want you more than once. You know, I do feel like for a lot of you, there could be two energies showing up here. Could be an ex person that really taught you a lot of lessons, hurt you a lot, and you moved on from them, but they're still holding on to you, which might in essence mean that you still feel connected to them, even though you don't want to be. They could be holding on to your energy. So what's going on with your ex? I wasn't my authentic self with you. So they are admitting that. Bottom of the deck, we have right person, wrong time, unfortunately. You'll have to wait and see if another opportunity presents itself. Okay. So like I said, for some of you, there are two energies showing up here. Brand new person or somebody that you're currently with. And then a person that you were previously with wants to be in the chat as well. Okay. We're going to fold them like a yoga mat, though, like Scissor says. All right, let's move on to the next portion of the reading, which is going to be, what is it going to be, y'all? We're going to do divine masculine to divine feminine messages for those of you who are on a twin flame journey, or you just want messages from your person, and this will be from them to you, whether you're a man or a woman. Most people who watch tarot are considered divine feminine, whether they are a man or a woman. They are usually the more receptive, the more vulnerable, the more open-hearted. Okay, so don't get caught up in the gender. The blue cards will be from your person to you. The pink cards will be how you feel, possibly, and the white cards will be from spirit for you both. Okay, I'm going to try to pull 3 cards for each side, meaning their side, your side, and then what spirit has to say about the connection in the middle. Okay, now sometimes these cards come out on their own, other times I have to pull if they're not all in a particular order. So divine masculine to divine feminine, do you want to start the conversation? You do, and this will be the one. I was out of touch with my emotions. I couldn't help overthinking our connection, and I was stuck in my mind. Could be an air sign or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. So divine masculine is admitting that when it came to the connection with you, this is for those of you on the twin flame journey or soulmate journey, however you want to look at it. Though this is divine masculine to divine feminine, this is somebody that didn't want to acknowledge their feelings. You know, they didn't want to acknowledge what made them possibly seem weak. Like I just said, sometimes people want to pursue you. They want to show up, but they don't know how to. So sometimes they get stuck into in their heads and they overthink and they end up self-sabotaging. So that's what divine masculine wants to start the conversation off with. Let's see who wants to speak next. Is it spirit, you, or divine masculine again? It's you. All right. So divine feminine, I feel you coming into alignment with me. I know you're almost ready for our union. So divine feminine is feeling very relaxed in receptive mode, not chasing, attracting, understanding that as she continues to work on herself, or if you're a man, he continues to work on himself, that you are getting into alignment, which was bringing your partner into alignment, because that's the way the twin flame journey works. The divine feminine does her work. She heals. She lets go of codependency. Divine masculine feels that pull to her, and they unite. Spirit wants to speak next. I will protect you from anyone with questionable intentions. Now, sometimes that can imply a false twin flame. That might mean, I wrote that card to mean that spirit could be telling you someone that you think is a twin flame is actually not, or was not, could be past tense. And if it was blocked, it was because spirit was saying, you're not going to touch my anointed. So keep it moving. You're a chosen one. And spirit said no. I love that. Because sometimes we got to look back and we got to think, thank you, God. I know that happened times. I had shared with y'all a story about this guy that I liked on my other channel, at least. Oh, he was so fly. He was fly. He was not attractive in the face, though. But he was fly everywhere else. And I just was so in love with him. And he didn't like, he was a color struck boy. So he didn't like women if they were not fair complected. And I'm like, boy, all this beautiful chocolate over here, you must be crazy. But I went about my business because I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, now, and that was just me. It wasn't like he told me that. It was just that I found out. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't like him no more. So anyway, fast forward, he ended up, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but he ended up contracting HIV, and because he was being a hot boy out here. And I was like, see, God was like, no, I'm not even going to let you get with him because I ain't never able to get rid of nobody. So I'd have been stuck with him, and next thing you know, he'd have been bringing that to me. So God was like, nah, he color struck. So I was like, good. Divine masculine to divine feminine. The more you love yourself, the closer I will come to you. I just said that. Yeah, so definitely divine feminine. I feel like you're doing your work. And if not, you need to focus on loving yourself. And this is what brings divine masculine closer to you. They could also be acknowledging that they're feeling a pull to you because they feel you loving on yourself. Who wants to speak next? Divine masculine again. I hate the distance between us. It gets harder by the day. So if there's distance, whether emotional or physical, they are saying that it's getting harder for them to stay away. They want to be close to you. Just to be close to you. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Gemini. This Lionel Richie, he is a Gemini. All right. Divine Feminine wants to speak. I was always there for you, but I didn't feel I could ever depend on you the same way. I realize now that I deserve reciprocity, no more settling. I love that for you. Somebody get a Taurus moon placement. Be a 6-year age difference, or this could be a 6-year relationship. Some of you could have met this person at work. So again, Divine Feminine, you're leveling up. And this is pulling Divine Masculine towards you. Divine Feminine, last message for you. I am in tune and listening to my intuition more, and I feel so amazing. Yeah, and that's the vibration that you need to be on if you want Divine Masculine to step it up a bit. Treat yourself the way you want him or her to treat you, okay? Now, let's get a couple more messages from Spirit. I'm probably going to have to pull because, yeah, these last two. It says we both need to completely close. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Why do I have these written on the wrong card? The white cards are supposed to be from Spirit. Well, I messed up. So Divine Masculine has 2 more messages. We both need to completely close out cycles with karmic partners before we can reunite. So that's for some of you. You two will be together soon enough. Stay optimistic. So I think, no, this is Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. So I think it should say you both need to completely instead of we both. Yeah, I don't know why I wrote it like that. So it says you two will be together soon enough. Stay optimistic. Bottom of the deck, we got Divine Feminine with the last message. An apology or at least an explanation of why you left would be so nice. I don't know what happened. So some of you are in separation and you don't even know what happened. They could have ghosted. That's very common in the twin flame journey because a lot of times Divine Masculine is terrified of what Divine Feminine makes him or her feel. It's usually going to be him, but it could obviously be her. So, yeah, y'all. I mean, you know, it ain't for the faint of heart. That's what I will say. All right, so this next portion will be the 18 plus portion of the reading, and this will be the final portion. Okay, so this portion might be a little bit freaky deaky. Most of these are benign. I try to keep them pretty benign because I don't want to get demonetized. So I'm going to be using euphemisms if I have to. Y'all already know that if you've been watching this channel. I'm going to try to anyway. I got a potty mouth in real life, so we're going to see what happens. But let's see what the person on your mind. Now, this could be somebody coming towards you. Maybe in the month of September, you're getting your groove back. All right? Maybe some of y'all coming out of celibacy or abstinence, and you're going to be, you know, busting it open for somebody. If not, this is for those of you who are already connected. What is your love life sexually looking like in the month of September? We have when you beg me to stop, but push me in deeper. I love this shit. Y'all out here having a ball, huh? Okay. So that's for the masculine here. There's a masculine that's saying like they like when you play coy. They like when you try to run from them. And they like, get your ass back over here. All right, we got the sweetest taboo. Taurus energy, sexual taboos, no limits, sexual liberation or guilt, shame over dark secrets, prudish or fearing judgment. Now, in the singles, we did talk about somebody that was hiding their sexuality. So for some of you, somebody here might be doing that, okay? Maybe if you're a Taurus, this resonates more. Some of you could be connected to a Taurus who's doing this. Sexual, sweetest taboos, though, could also be that people are into taboos, that they like doing things that they don't want people to know about. So somebody could be really kinky. Somebody could be into fetishes. They could be extreme, like BDSM or something like that. But maybe they feel bad about it. Or maybe this month you might be, in the month of September, you could be exploring something that makes you be like, oh my God, makes you blush and, you know, grab your pearls a little bit. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Or that this person wants to do that with me. Could be a very unconventional person that you're with. Somebody says they love the taste of your kisses after you taste me. Okay, I'm minding my business. We got an average Joe. So somebody here is an average size. They're okay in bed, but it's more of an emotional connection, mentally stimulating, but doesn't knock your socks off or blow your mind in bed. Could be a Virgo. Could be a Virgo or Gemini with this blue here. Mercury. That's connected to Mercury, the 5th chakra. So they're very intelligent, and maybe you do connect emotionally and mentally, but maybe, I mean, you look, everybody ain't packing. I like some packing. I like some luggage. But maybe if y'all don't, you know, it's hey, listen, it can be good either way. I done had it either way, and it can still be good. All right, but anyway, let me stop telling my business. We got long-winded. It takes them forever to come. Disciplined and patient lover. That could definitely be a Virgo. Wow. So this is the person that's going to be in it. You know what did Trina say? She said 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Hell no, to please me, you got to sleep in it. There's somebody that want to sleep in it. They're very attentive to detail, whoever they are. We got sexually confused. Look, y'all, boys, girls, and who knows? We've been talking about that today. So somebody might be, and that's falling right across from sexual taboo. I mean, sweetest taboo. Why I keep calling them sexual taboo? So, I mean, that's your business if that's your story. We got head game vicious. You're at their mercy. So this person is good with their mouth. Did I say somebody can have an oral fixation? I don't know if I said that to y'all or I said that in a different reading. I don't know. So this person that's coming towards you is maybe average, but they're going to make up for it with their mouth. We got favorite mistake. They're only good for one thing. You regret the relationship, but the sex was amazing. So some of you got somebody that's like clicking on all cylinders except maybe the sex department, and then somebody else that's only clicking in the sex department and everything else is a mess. Could be a Sagittarius, a Leo, and Aries. Like I said, there could be two energies here. All right, so we have bed hopping, multiple partners, gets around, likes variety, and promiscuous. Now, that could be a person that you are dealing with, maybe even attracting, or for some of you, that could be what you're doing in the month of September. That's your business. That's your business. We got a false flame, karmic partner in cycle. Yeah, we talked about that already. And then we have this distance between us is hard to accept. I wonder who's getting close to you now. We talked about somebody being at a distance. So some of you in a long distance relationship in the month of September. I don't know why this false flame wanted to show up. Like I said, some of you have two people here. My favorite thing to see you wearing is your birthday suit. Somebody loves your naked body. They think you are sexy. They like everything about you. Even if you got flaws, they like them. We got in the closet. What is going on with this? DL, hidden repressed feelings and suppressing emotions. Now, that could just be sexually in the closet. Maybe somebody's just not showing who they are. But some of y'all going to have to be on the lookout for somebody that's not being honest. Or this is you, not being honest about their proclivities. All right, so we have let me reintroduce myself. An old lover is resurfacing to redeem themselves in the month of September for some of you. Like I said, it could be a Scorpio. That came out for, I think, the singles. We have intense physical attraction. Can't keep your hands off of one another, and chemistry. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius energy. This could definitely be renewal of a relationship or a brand new one. Possibly with a fire sign. Doesn't have to be a fire sign, but somebody that feels like they're going to be pleasing you. You're an unforgettable lover. Now, that could be them or you or both of you. And then we have, I never want my time with you to end. Every moment is magical. I do want to grab some tarot. Hold on. 2 cards for my singles. 2 cards for my singles. Love life. We got the 10 of Swords. Some of you just became single. Maybe in Gemini season, or it could be with a Gemini. The Justice card. Libra energy is here. This could also be an apology for somebody that abruptly ended something with you or cheated or did something here. But this could also be balance being restored after that. So there could be a very fair person coming into your life with a lot of integrity. Okay, so some of you maybe broke up with a Gemini or they betrayed you maybe this month, August. But in the month of September, things come back into balance. What's going to come back into balance? This is somebody meeting you halfway, a fair person, an honest person, the 8 of Swords. Somebody could also be wanting to apologize to you that hurt you. Okay, but remember, we did talk about somebody being a little bit like soft-spoken or something like that. The 8 of Swords may be that somebody, Gemini energy, Gemini, Jupiter, somebody could also want to apologize, feel like they can't. Maybe you block them. But a new person might be a little bit more on the reserve side. All right, for those who are connected, what do they need to know about their love life? We got the 7 of Swords. What's the 7 of Swords? We got the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody's wanting to make something right with you. You got the same energy of betrayal and then balance. So for a lot of you, this could be somebody that was sneaky. Some of you, this could even be a sneaky link. All right. This could be somebody wanting to leave another connection to choose you. If that resonates, Aquarius moon and Taurus moon. Again, 6 years is showing up here. What's the 7 of Swords? Sometimes that is being resourceful, being strategic, maybe planning something in a sneaky way. That could even be maybe somebody wanting to, this shouldn't be in reverse. It should be in the upright. Do I have these cards wrong? I do. Yeah, I have them upside down. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a fated connection or a soulmate connection. So this is Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, and Sagittarius energy. Meaning that this is a meant to be connection. Maybe going through some ups and downs. For some of you, there is some challenges here. This does talk about being tested. It is a tried, tested, and true relationship. Usually talks about taking the good with the bad, okay? And so, especially if you're a Taurus, this could resonate, but any fixed sign, actually any sign that's here. This is a fated connection, but this could also be karma playing out for something that someone did to you. Some of you could definitely be getting an apology. Somebody could also be planning to surprise you and pop up on you, travel towards you. What's the 6 of Pentacles? Equal give and take and reciprocity is here. What is this? The Knight of Wands. It kind of came out sideways. So that could be somebody wants to give up their player ways for you, cut their other options for you. Or this is just a person that feels like they're matching your effort. High sex drive. Okay. Now this card does represent somebody in the whole phase. All right. Sagittarius energy. It could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But namely Sagittarius with the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody might be wanting to shut other options down though to choose you. Knight of Wands is not always a cheater. It does represent a very passionate person. But since the 7 of Swords is on the table as well, it does give me, for a lot of you, there is something being worked out in divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune is also maybe a reconciliation with this person. Anything else the collective needs to know? Someone's name is Michael or Mikhail or something like that. Miguel. All right, so we have the Magician with the 9 of Swords. Gemini and Virgo energy with the 9 of Swords. Somebody does want to reintroduce themselves to you. It's definitely giving smooth talker, but it's also giving fear. Somebody could talk a good game, but they might be afraid to actually act out what they say they wanted to do, whether that's sexually, emotionally, or whatever. This is about being proactive and going for it. And it's about somebody seeing you as the one, meaning that you check their boxes, you satisfy all their needs. All of the aces are here. So that means they see you as a good fit for them financially, emotionally, passionately, and practically. You know, they see you being somebody that they could build on any of these areas, whether emotionally or physically or mentally or whatever. What's the 9 of Swords though? Oh, they might be thinking about popping a question for some of you. This is a proposal. Or maybe asking you out. Especially if you haven't talked, they could be afraid to reach out. The 9 of Swords could be somebody that's like, oh my God, is it over? That even could be the message of the 10 of Swords. This is usually somebody with regret and remorse that's sitting around going through a dark night of the soul. If they've been quiet, they could be going through something that you don't know anything about. What's the 9 of Swords? The 9 of Swords is the 4 of Swords. Yeah, they could be recovering from something that maybe you didn't know about. Could even be health related. This talks about being in a hospital, but it could also be mental health. Both of these are like, this is counseling. Maybe somebody is taking initiative to get counseling if they need it, or maybe they want to go to counseling with you. This could be them initiating it, because this is initiation. Also, this is focusing on something. It could be them like kind of daydreaming about you, thinking about you a lot at night when they should be sleeping. Sometimes I see these 2 cards as sleeping. I always tell y'all this. You know, maybe not sleeping well at night and then being thrown off, your circadian rhythm thrown off, and then being up in the daytime, well, trying to sleep in the daytime to catch up for the sleep that you didn't get at night. Now, somebody got to get up and go to work and all of that stuff. That might be really hard. But this is about concentration. And the 4 of Swords is about like meditating on something. So it could be that you make this person really nervous about something that they want to say. Yeah, they could be fantasizing about, somebody from your past. Scorpio energy, Scorpio Venus, Scorpio Sun. Somebody's thinking about marriage. And they may be walking away from something else. What are they afraid of for those who are afraid? What's this person afraid of or nervous about? The Devil, Capricorn energy. It's their ego. They're stuck in their ego, which just means fear. The 7 deadly sins, low vibrational energy. And not to mean that they're doing anything bad. They might be. 4 of Cups. Oh, if they miss an opportunity with you, they feel like they have tied their own hands. That's what this is. Both of these are captivity. This person feels stuck because of a choice that they made. And it could have been that they rejected you. Sometimes this shows up as a missed opportunity or somebody being self-absorbed. Could be materialism here. This person is reflecting on how they dropped the ball for a lot of you. High Priestess, Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. This person is just as attracted to you as you are to them. And they are thinking about coming forward, but they keep holding themselves back. Leo, Pisces, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio. Nine of Pentacles. Somebody is really independent with the Two of Pentacles, and they're debating whether they want to really settle down. But I think marriage is on the brain for somebody here, or at least a higher level of commitment. Okay, y'all. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all next week with some celebrity readings. I promise I will be here. I got a list of people that I want to do. I am going to do Aaron Pierre. I think I was going to do Aaliyah. Somebody asked me for the Notorious B.I.G. I'm going to do him. That might be it. I have to go back and look. I haven't written down. All right, y'all. I'll see you all the next time. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave a comment. Peace.